So that was something that really hit me. And also I was trying to talk to her about like the Sudanese that are here in Israel and the Darfur folks that are here. Blank, blank, blank. Look, what does that have to do with me? My Kesher. Like, what's the connection? You know, she's like, they're not Jewish. They're not Jewish. Why are they here? They're going to cause problems later because God forbid, they're going to marry a Jewish woman or a Jewish man, and you know, and they're not Jewish. And also we have this thing: everybody joins the army in Israel. So there's an ideology that Israel is our country. It's a Jewish country, and we live here, and we have to protect ourselves, and we have to protect our children, and we have to protect the other. So that the Sudanese here or the Darfur people are here, and it's a lot of them. It was more than the government thought they were allowing in, but they felt bad for them because Egypt was just shooting them. They just shot them. They just killed them. Like they said to the army that, you know, we share the fence of making our border Israel and then Egypt, and they said, why are you protecting them? You let them in. They're going to come in droves. They're going to come so many. You're not going to even be able to do it. You're not going to even be able to handle it. And that's what happened, because now we have so many and we have no place for them, and they live in very poor conditions. A lot of the kids are now in school. But the government is trying to pay them to leave Israel because there's no housing for us. There's no housing. There's no jobs for Israeli citizens as it is. And we're already fighting among ourselves for property to be able to live comfortably or nicely and affordably. And yet we have all these people that we can't even take care of. Like, why would you think to bring them here? Why don't we pressure Egypt to take some of them? You know, why don't we get some of these Arab countries that surround us to take them? But nobody would take them, so we took them. Even America didn't even take a lot. America has like tons of plans. They didn't even take a lot. So it's like the world is so on Israel about like what we do to the Sudanese. And I don't know necessarily that we can turn back time and send them back because they already lived here. And one Sudanese person was interviewed, and he said, no matter what my life is like here, it is 10 times worse if I go back to Sudan. So that really hit home with the government, and they were trying to, okay, so go to the new Sudan, which is West Sudan. But now I think there's problems there. But, you know, it's kind of like we got to get you out of here because we can't take care of you. We can't provide for you here. So so yes, I think that's more discrimination that people see, and racism. The Darfur people, I think they're now part of our culture because they really didn't have any place to go, and you really see a distinct difference in them, in from a Sudan person, I never thought that you could tell the difference, but you really truly can. I mean, when you are all together, you can see. I have a friend, her father's Nigerian, and she looks exactly like her father. Her mother is African American, but her father is Nigerian, and she looks just like her father. Here, no matter where she goes, it could be a Sudan person, it could be a Darfur person, it could be a Nigerian, it could be an Ethiopian, it could be any of South African, what other black people are here, African American, whatever, you have so many. And the Chinese people that are here too, and the Filipino, they all can know that, you know, she's Ethiopian, and she's treated differently than, say, someone that might know that I'm African American. A lot of times I get so many guesses of what I am. Indian, which I don't think I look. Arab, yeah, but I don't know what to do about that. That's just the way it is. Brazilian, I get. I don't get African American because I don't think they know the term. I don't think they know the term. So when I encounter people, I get looks. I do. I don't think they're looks of meanness. They're looks of curiosity. I know that I do it. I do it, and my kids do it, and I catch myself doing it. So if I'm doing it, why would I be upset that they're doing it, that they're looking at me or staring at me? Sometimes I just stare at them right back, you know. I just stare right back at them because I know that I think I look nice, you know. I think I put myself together nicely. And I would like to think that they're looking at me and saying, wow, she's dressed very snua, very modest, and she's pretty, but who is she? I remember once, this is a perfect example of how people think. When we first moved to Israel, when we made Aliyah, we lived in a Haredi neighborhood. And then I used to wear a wig. Because in America, a lot of Orthodox Jewish women wear wigs. They don't wear these. And you stand out if you wear it. I was just saying to my husband, if we ever go back to America, I probably will not wear this walking from the airport with this on. I'll probably wear a wig just because I don't want to draw attention, which reminds me again how grateful I am to be living in Israel, that I don't have to hide that I am Jewish and I am Orthodox. And so anyway, I'm on the bus and people was staring, and I was wearing a wig, and I used to wear suits then. And because that's like a type of look of Orthodox Jew in America. They wear, the women wear suits, and they wear a wig, and they have their makeup on. So this one person, she kept staring at me. She was staring, and she was not embarrassed or anything that she was staring and that I caught her staring. And a friend of mine knew a friend of another person had invited us to this home for Shabbat. We go to the house, my husband and I, and she opens the door. So we come in, and she goes to her mommy, "That's who I was telling you about on the bus." She was whispering, you can hear her though. "That's what I was telling you about on the bus. That's what I was telling you about on the bus." So I'm like, uh-oh, what? Like, what's going on, So we're sitting down at the table, and so she says to me, after we've been there like an hour, so meals are so long, we could do like a 5-course meal for Shabbat. We do salads and fish and soup and meat, and it's all delicious, and you can sit at the table for like 2 hours. So I'm sitting there, and we're like through the meat course, and so I said to her, "I remember you on the bus." And how do I remember you? Because you kept staring at me. It's so rude. And now she's Israeli American. Her mother is Israeli, but her father is American. I am so sorry. I need to stop this because I do not know how to slice it in half and do another video. So hold that thought.